Okay. Okay. So what would you consider that motivates you every day in the kitchen, in your job, when you wake up in the morning? What motivates you?
You see that prayer for ambition that I say in the morning. It was like, God, give me some ambition to take on the day, please. That's the prayer. That's it. So there's that. Like I said, it makes me feel very good when I'm good at my job. You understand? It makes me feel very good. It makes me feel very accomplished.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what motivates me. Getting that feeling motivates me. Setting goals for myself, knocking them out the park, whatever goals that my company has for me, exceeding those, going above and beyond sometimes to do what I need to do. Finding ways to make the kitchen better, whether it be, in terms of operations, in terms of staff, in terms of the equipment, in terms of the recipes, things like that makes me feel really good. Those are the things that keep me motivated. Getting the challenges and surpassing them, overcoming them. That's what I like.
There's something because like I'm big on the Caribbean, you know what I mean? I'm big on Jamaica. And I embrace my culture so much where it kind of is what makes me who I am. You know what I mean? It's my identity. I'm curious because I want to ask you, what do you think the restaurant scene? Because now I realize, like I said, I'm from Portland, so I'm not used to all of this. I think this is what's going on in Kingston in terms of the restaurant lifestyle that they have over there. It's almost could be compared to living in America or living in any first world country where people are eating out a lot, right? And I say that it's a lifestyle over there. They go to bars. There's a lot of restaurants in Kingston. A lot. Where I'm from, they have more. They have more cook shops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in Kingston, is like tons and tons of restaurants, and there's every type of restaurant you can think of. But what do you think is missing from the restaurant?
Variety.
In terms of what?
I feel like you go to a restaurant and there's things that you're going to see. Wing, chicken and shrimp Alfredo, burgers, fries. You understand? There's no restaurant that is really pushing the envelope in terms of food, in terms of, I don't want to say flavors, but a couple of them taste good. But there's no one pushing the envelope. And I understand why, because I feel like we as a nation, our palate is so limited. There's so much that persons just don't want to try. And I just don't understand like how you can wake up and eat the same thing every day. I mean, for lunch, it's fried chicken and rice and peas, and then they go home and it's stewed chicken and white rice. And it's just like, give me something different. Give me something tired of rice. Jesus, man.
Well, come on. People are having different stuff now. They're having pasta. I see people eating quinoa.
Okay, so chicken, rice, and pasta.
Okay, yes. Yeah, you got to extend it a little bit more.
I feel like even in something like quinoa, how it is marketed as health food, it's something that it's a concept that is familiar to us. You understand? It's nothing that is not difficult to eat. It's nothing that is you have to take a step back and say, "Whoa, what's this?" Yeah, it's a grain. I don't know what grains are, but the different meat. You understand? Try some horse.
What? People
you see
don't
your reaction. You see your reaction. You understand?
That's
Try
what
something different.
Hold on. So this is what the typical Jamaican would do. What? Horse? You mad?
Yeah, whatever. But I taste it. I want to say I'd sit and have a whole meal like a whole horse.
Right.
You understand? But I taste it. Be a little bit more adventurous. I've tried what I'm trying now is for each menu that I do, for each limited time menu that I do, I try to put one vegan meal on it now, because I feel like that's a side that I really and truly have not explored. So I remember I did it was so simple, like a black bean meatball with a spinach and orange salad, coconut chipotle dressing. Simple. And everyone was so skeptical. When I said the meatball, black bean, whatever, I was like, guys, first of all, it's me. So we know it's gonna taste good. So just take it down several notches, right? And then, when they tasted it, everyone was so surprised. And I'm saying that a little black bean meatball with some spinach is not supposed to generate this sort of reaction, this sort of skepticism. You understand?
Right.
But I feel like trust is a little society on its own, if you look at it, persons from all different walks of life or whatever. And I just felt like this is how people are reacting out there in the streets, and that is why restaurants can't push the envelope like they want to. Chefs can't push the envelope like they want to, because a lot of persons just aren't going to come and buy. A lot of persons just, you understand?
Right.
I showed my menu the other day and it had deep fried goat cheese. And I say, yo, when this place open up, that is what I want. You understand? That's what I want to try.
Mm-hmm.
We had a ramen shop in the marketplace, and I went there and I was very happy to go there. I was very eager to go there and to try what they had. I mean, we have persons out there who still wouldn't try sushi because the thing is raw fish. And I'm just like, I don't feel as if our food has evolved as much as it should. Yes, I strongly believe in holding on to our culture and preserving our culture, but at the same time, culture grows and it changes and it expands and it becomes something new. Where we are now is not where we were 25 or 30 years ago.
No.
And I'm saying 25 and 30 years because I feel as if the culture really, in terms of food, really and truly has not changed that much.
It hasn't changed.
You understand?
It hasn't changed. And it's changing in some sense because now we're adapting more of the outside world. You know what I mean? There's no, and like if you listen to the podcast, you would hear me say this over and over again. We're losing our identity when it comes to food. And some people would say, oh, but nobody want to eat that no more. Listen, I was telling somebody the other day that the stuff that we throw away in Jamaica is prized possession in America and in London, in all of these other countries. I was telling somebody like a week ago, if you get some June plum over here, you can get $10 a pound. You know what I mean? Soursop, $6-7 a pound. When you go to the grocery store to buy it, that's what they sell it for. A pound. Soursop, you know what I mean? So if you think about it, people are yearning. People want this type of food. People want the culture. They love it. But we the Jamaican people, and I don't know about the rest of the Caribbean, but I know Jamaica. They're going towards the pasta with the cream sauce and the tomato sauce and the pizza. And
it's exhausting.
You know what I mean? And they stuck on the fried chicken and the brown stew chicken and the curry chicken and the curry goat.
I would just move past it.
You know what I mean? There's nobody really thinking to themselves.
Rest.
Nobody
Jesus,
thinking like,
man.
okay, what can I do?
Give it a rest. The chicken them tired.
I wish some of these younger chefs. But then again, when you think about it, and I don't want to sound like I'm stepping on nobody's foot, but I think there could be more done for food in the way of perception, and I feel like the older chefs are not really marketing the food in a sense that the younger people are going to want to cook this thing. You know what I mean? Because when you go to the hotels, they do cook Jamaican breakfast, but it's not as embraced as everything else, and people don't feel like if they cooking something Jamaican, it makes sense. Because first of all, I think one of the reasons why is because if you cook, let's say you take the ackee and saltfish and you make it into something else. If you change the shape of the shape of the festival and make it in a different way, you know what they're gonna say? Oh, that's not festival.
Yeah.
And that breaks the spirit of the youth, because the youth gonna be like, oh, why are you stopping me? I'm trying to do something, and then you're gonna tell me, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's not sweet potato pudding. You're not supposed to put cashews in it. You can put whatever you want in there.
You can put whatever you want. It's true.
Yeah,
it's so true.
And I feel like that's one of the problems. And I really, 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 I'm betting on. I'm actually putting them some stuff together, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this podcast. One, so we can reach out to chefs and get their story, and so we can influence the future. The future chefs who are going to come and take control of this industry. You know what I mean? We want to show them that. I want to show them the Jamaican side of life, and then I want to also show them that the American or the English or whatever other countries, to show that these people are embracing the stuff that we're throwing away. You know what I mean? But it's just one of them things, and I don't know.
A process.
I don't know. It's a process, but I'm just gonna do my part to make sure. because right now,
Absolutely.
like I say in all my podcasts, I'm writing a book, and this book that I'm doing is going to change the culture in a way. And I know a lot of people are not going to like the stuff that I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are going to resent it, but I know for a fact that it's going to change the perception of Jamaican desserts, because, you know, that's what I know. I'm going to make sure when I put that book out, if not now, 10 years from now, people are going to look back on that book and it's going to be what is going to be the in thing. You know what I mean? That's
like a staple.
Yes. Because when you talk to people sometimes, even like the bulla, you know, there's so much stuff you can do with a bulla, you know. You know what I mean? And then you find that people love these stuff. I went to Texas like 2 weeks ago, and there's a grocery store. I went to like 3 grocery stores of it, and they have bulla in there, you know. They have bulla, they have bun, they have banana chips. And I'm like, man, in Texas?
Nice,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you go to New York, and New York is, you know, you can find that over there easy. So everything that you can find, some stuff that I find here, I can't find it down there. You know the rose apple, right? You ever see rose apple? You got to know.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the last time I saw a rose apple, and I found a rose apple tree.
I had some selling out by TGI a couple of years ago, and I had some for the first time. That was 2015.
Right.
And I say, imagine me leave Westmoreland, come out town and just a taste rose apple. You understand? Crazy. Crazy.
Yo, listen, man. Even the coconut is like, it's one of them ingredients that I love to my heart. Like I use the coconut in so many ways. And how many Jamaicans know how to use a coconut? The only thing they know how to do with it is make rice and peas. You know what I mean? But if you think about it, you can get the younger jelly or the younger coconut, and you blend it, and it's creamy like every cream. You know what I mean?
So nice.
And if you want to get a different flavor, then you use the more mature coconut. And that coconut gives you a different flavor. And if you want to make a dessert, you can use the young coconut, which is the jelly, the one that you can scrape it out with that. You know what I mean? So there's so many, and I feel like we should know the ingredients. You know, pimento.
We should.
You know, jackfruit, and
explore them to the full extent of the possibilities. You understand?
Right,
you said, the coconut. You know, it's just the rice and peas, and maybe a grated with some sugar, which I don't even think people do anymore.
I don't think so.
Amazing.
Listen, man, on a Sunday, that's what I used to do. I used to
Why did you stop doing that?
I used to put 2 pieces of coconut to the side, just for myself. And sometimes I don't want to grate it. I just dip the coconut itself. I saw somebody eating coconut and corn the other day, though. I think that's a thing down there.
If that's the thing, it has not reached me as yet. But I think I'm going to try. I'm going to try that.
Yeah. I saw that the other day. What you calling people? These Tommy and Wayne Marshall. I saw them doing it. I saw them eating. I'm like, what? And it seemed like it's a thing because I saw a couple of people doing it, and it's like a vendor, and I think it's in Crossroad. They doing it. They got a vendor that sells soup. I'm going to try. Yeah,
I'm gonna find them.
I'm definitely going to try it whenever I get back down there, though. But you know. I was gonna ask you what your favorite ingredient is, but you say you don't have favorites. I don't know why you don't. You have to have something in the kitchen that you have to put in your food. Like for me, it's coconut, onion. I have to. You know what? The funny thing is, and I was reading something about you, and I saw onion in the article. So you're actually telling the truth because you spoke about onion in the article that somebody wrote about you. What is it about the onion that you like?
It's the flavor. I feel like when I'm thinking more traditionally, onion and garlic, is really the base for a lot of my dishes. It is such just depending on how you use it, I feel like it's so versatile, and it just gives me the taste that I'm looking for. Like, I'm not about curry chicken, which I love. Even though I ball for the chicken, then I beg for the chicken and whatever. I love curry. Give me a break, okay? But when I look about my curry chicken, it has to have onion in there. The thing just bad, man.
Yeah, onion and garlic is very important in cooking. Yeah.
Like for me, I start to look at onion with the butter, and somebody come in the kitchen and said, this smell good. It's like, relax, it's just onion and
so you know what, I'm gonna test your cooking skills now. I'm gonna see how good you are with your cooking your curry, because I love curry too.
Mm-hmm.
You put carrots and Irish potato in your making curry?
I put a lot of carrots, and then because it gives it the sweetness,
right.
It gives it a certain amount of sweetness that I like in my curry. So a lot of thing there, a lot of carrots, and then closer to the end, I'll add my Irishes, and I like to cut those a little bit bigger because I want them to hold the shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then after it's finished cooking, I will adjust with salt.
I love.
And I do not
don't say
put
it.
Sweet pepper in curry.
Okay.
And tomato, for the love of God.
Who does that?
Don't do me that. People do it.
Sweet
and
pepper?
I just feel like, I don't like how it, bell peppers.
Really?
I don't like how it tastes.
I've never seen that. Oh yeah, maybe when they're doing like curry shrimp, I've seen people put bell peppers or sweet peppers.
Yeah, curry shrimp is fine, and
but
like
curry
coconut
chicken.
curry fish. So good.
Oh man, I think
But
I can't cook curry without putting this without putting coconut milk in it. I have to put coconut milk. I don't know, maybe because I love coconut.
It's nice. Yeah, it's good.
It makes it really, really creamy, and it brings out the flavor of the curry.
Does.
And you have to find the right curry too, because there's some curries out there.
Yeah, man.
There's this one that I see everybody using. Like, man, it's so expensive. It's like half a pound of it is like $10 over here, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I asked somebody down there.
Is it the
one with a red
curry?
I don't know the brand. It's like a red label on the bag.
Yeah, man. Let me see if I have it here.
Man, that thing is so expensive. But the flavor of that curry is the best thing I've ever had in my life. You could put it on anything.
And the color is so rich.
Yeah, I put that curry on everything. I curry mushroom, I curry chicken, I curry pork, I curry everything.
Nice.
Curry lobster. You know
curry
what I mean?
Nice.
Definitely.
I've done like a curry dressing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually working on a dessert with a curry right now too,
Yeah, what you plan to do?
I'm gonna make okay, so I'm gonna give you a little insight on the book that I'm writing. So it's like I'm doing dishes that mean something to me at some point in my life. So there's a time when I was younger that my sister had this my sister's sweet 16. Jamaican people big on their sweet 16 party.
Wow.
And my mom put on this big spread. And that, I think that was the best curry goat I've had in my life. And let me tell you something, that party was so memorable. It stuck in my mind. And when I was writing, that came to my mind. I said, I'm going to try to find a way to create a dish with the food that I was eating that day that made me feel the way I felt. And that was curry, rice and peas. And they had, I think, coleslaw or pasta salad. I think it was. Yeah, one of them. But I'm going to make a dessert with the curry and the goat and the rice and peas.
I want to see it when it's done.
No, I've done some stuff in it. I have a dessert right now that I made with ackee, saltfish. It's breakfast. It's Jamaican breakfast. So I use ackee, saltfish, breadfruit, and avocado, Scotch bonnet pepper. Yeah. And you'd be surprised, you see the ackee, if you get the
scotchy.
Yeah, if you get the right ackee, it all right. If you like ackee, don't really, some of them don't have flavor, but you have some of them that have like a buttery flavor. And if you blanch it or like get it close to cooked, but not, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people overcook it and then it lose everything, you know what I mean? And sometimes people cook in ackee and they cook it right. They cook it with so much oil. You can't really taste the flavor, and it depends on the type of oil that you use when you're cooking too. You know what I mean? Because most of these oils that we're eating, they smell flavorless, but when you eat it, they kind of give you like a nutty flavor sometimes, or some of them have like a burnt smell or flavor when they start eating it. The best oil to cook ackee with is coconut oil. You know what I mean? Yeah. The best, trust me. And these are things that I study. I study the different type of oils and how they work with different ingredients, especially the ingredients that I like to work with. You can put some ackee in a vacuum seal bag and just put like some passion fruit in it and just like, vacuum seal it and then put it in a sous vide and let it slowly cook. And it infuse the passion fruit flavor in it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Just imagine, because like I said, the ackee don't really have a flavor. It's buttery.
Nice.
And French...
the texture of that is going to be so good.
Right. And you want to turn it up.
And the color is going to be amazing.
I tell you about it.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Thyme.
I like that.
Thyme actually has a beautiful flavor with chocolate. white chocolate or milk chocolate or dark chocolate. If you mix thyme with those, like if you're making like a ganache, you put some thyme in it in the heavy cream. You put the thyme in the heavy cream.
I have white chocolate and thyme in the fridge, and I'm just gonna have
I'm telling you,
when
man,
you finish it.
It's beautiful, man. You make like a thyme and white chocolate ice cream. People would be like looking at you like, what? Because the thyme is and especially the Jamaican thyme. The Jamaican thyme is the aroma of it is so strong.
So strong.
So imagine if you put thyme and then you have this purple pepper, which is Scotch bonnet pepper, but it's like a brownish purple pepper color.
I know that one.
You can put one of that in the pot in the same cream, but you don't let it burst, because if it bursts, it's gonna be spicy. You don't want it spicy. You just want the flavor of the pepper. So you let the cream come to a boil. You put the thyme in, then you put the pepper and you cover it, and all that flavor gonna extract. And you put that into an ice cream base, and you churn that. It's out of this world. Even olive oil makes a good sorbet. You know? If you do olive oil, you can do olive oil sorbet. I have a recipe for that, which is, you would never know that olive oil can taste like that.
When is this book coming out?
I'm finishing it up now. I'm finishing it up now.
Because I'm liking what I'm hearing.
But don't worry, man. We're going to communicate, and I'm going to send you some stuff and show you some stuff that I'm doing. But
thank you.
But definitely. So I can't wait for that book to come out. Like I said, I'm going to change the perception. I'm going to change the perception of
that book now.
of food in Jamaica. You know what I mean? So in the restaurant, do you think people like more international food or local food?
I think they like the international food that they're familiar with.
Right.
The safe things.
They like the safer stuff.
Yeah, man, for sure. But we love our food. We love our food. There's no doubt about that. We love our food.
Okay, definitely.
Pastrybear TV.